Stop that. That was with my butt.
Gosh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of the No Potential podcast. This is going to be a train wreck, so let's go. I guess we'll start off with the idiot who can't keep his mouth shut. Travis. Travis, you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Travis.
What do you like to do?
Yes.
All right, that's perfect.
He's in protective services. So
Yeah,
you can't really say
Travis is in protective services.
It's
but,
because he killed Hitler's statue.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. All right, next up we got
just Hitler himself.
You know, we all know that the person who killed Hitler was my hero.
All right, well, Mr. Hitler Killer, do you want to tell everybody your name?
Hi, what's up, guys? It's Scares here. No, this is
Stop.
Isaac. I like my favorite. I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just putting a shoe on. I like to draw stuff, make memes, and play video games with my friends.
Yeah,
I DM for people.
What's your name?
Focus up, ladies. Good evening, and welcome to the party scene. I'm Garrett. I'm one of the founders of this podcast.
I mean, most of us kind of we have like a group of people, I'd say, right? That like are.
We have a group of friends that we mainly hang out with. We all know from church, and
All the friends we have, all 7.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't have any more friends than you guys.
that's kind of sad.
A little bit, nah.
I myself am a little bit of an internet personality. I have a YouTube channel under the name Lego Lover 117, which wow, I revealed my name, guys. Woo! Basically, the purview of this show is just having a kind of a conversation, just a bit of a bloody romp.
It's gonna be on nerdy stuff, so if that's not your thing,
Stop listening.
yeah, I mean, we won't judge you because I mean, we're not really ones to judge. After all, we're the retarded nerd people. And my name is Skylar, whatever. Like a retard, I like to play video games and I like to draw. And I'm doing computer animation for a major, so hopefully that works out well. What do you guys want to talk about this episode, I guess? Full disclosure, we had nothing planned. This is pretty much just like a kind of us getting into this sort of thing. So if you're expecting like something structured, maybe come back in a week or two, but is there anything that you guys have seen lately? I mean, I know the new Venom trailer came out recently.
Smash Bros. That's new.
Yeah, the Smash meme has been very popular lately. I think that's probably one of my favorite memes, just because like the format and everything, and I just like how it's just been like a bunch of stupid stuff.
And then isn't like Nintendo's convention thing like in the next couple of weeks?
I think that's coming up soon. Yeah.
Nintendo like Direct or something. I don't follow that, but
Well, that's like a weekly thing they do. That's like they'll just like announce any new games they might have or anything like that. But
maybe they'll finally unveil Waluigi.
Okay, listen. If Waluigi got a video game, it better just be like Waluigi Despacito 4 or some bullcrap like that. It's just stupid.
You managed to exist at the same time as Waluigi not getting included in Smash Bros. The Earth is 65 billion years old.
I still think there's a chance for him, but I doubt it, especially because they made him an assist trophy. So
I've been playing a lot of Battlefront 2. I just picked that up for my Xbox One S.
It's pretty decent.
It's pretty dope.
are the microtransactions still really bad? I know that was.
They removed those completely.
Oh, really?
The only way that you get crates now is if you like unlock an achievement or if.
What if you're playing on crate?
I don't get whatever.
You call yourself an automatic.
Oh, that crate.
Yeah, the planet from the end of Last Jedi, which just by mentioning Last Jedi, we have angered 50% of the Star Wars fandom.
Edith, that's fine. It's not like 50% of the Star Wars fandom is going to be listening to this.
Maybe one
They
day.
don't have any potential.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you saying that you have hope? You can't say that.
Yeah, I have a New Hope.
Gosh.
On Blu-ray and also on DVD.
What do they call the No Potential podcast? And Garrett's already trying to instill hope in this.
Because I'm a hopeful person.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, what were you talking? Oh yeah, Battlefront 2 that you said.
I enjoy it immensely. I was literally before, because they play D&D every Sunday, which is the day we're recording this. I don't like D&D, so I don't come. And Isaac texts me and says, "Hey, come over. We're done." And I'm like, I'm in the middle of a heroes versus villains match. Give me 15 minutes, because I was having too much fun. I didn't want to stop. We won, by the way. I was the villains.
Oh, good for you.
So we won. It's a fun game, especially if since the Xbox One S has 4K capability and Battlefront 2 was HDR enhanced, it looks amazing on my 4K television.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of other games that have kind of redeemed themselves a little bit, I heard I haven't heard a lot about it. Isaac, you might want to look at it, but
Sky?
yeah, No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I've heard they've kind of kicked that into gear now. They finally started getting that game to where they want it to be, which is really good because I know when that game first came out, a lot of people were like thinking
I heard that stunk.
it was very bad. I
It's
actually got it like a little bit because I just got my gaming computer so it could handle that. So I was like, I got that, and it was very empty. I guess is probably the best word for it. It wasn't it wasn't like a terrible game, but it was not something that should have been full priced.
They added like a bunch of things like customer characterization, multiplayer. That was a big one.
Yeah, multiplayer was the big
things
thing.
like that.
Didn't it take forever like to travel from like planet to planet or something?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I never played it.
But that was also kind of the point of it though, is like they wanted it to be like space is this really vast thing. So like you had like hyperspeed and stuff you could use, but at the same time it was a very big problem because you had like nobody else. Like I know when the game first came out, two people were like, all right, we're gonna meet each other. We have like similar star charts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and try and meet each other. So they did, and when they were on like the exact same area, they had all the same landmarks around them, and when they were there, they couldn't find each other because they were on different servers. So it was like this huge game where like it's supposed to be a big deal when you meet somebody, they couldn't even meet each other. So that was like when everybody was kind of like, okay, this isn't a good game. But yeah, they started who's the creator of that game? Do you know? It's
kind of like a video game company.
Todd Howard. No, but no, like they've actually
No. Hello Games.
Hello Games. Okay, I can't remember what the guy who like headed the game was, but I know he was like working on it really hard and stuff. What?
Sylvester Stallone.
Hell no, man! It's about you, man. It's about being the best.
Have you guys ever played the old what are the Spider-Man games?
No.
Well, in all of them, like Bruce Campbell narrates them, and like it's hilarious because like in like the second one, like the best one, it's like yeah, he's snarky, but it's like he's funny. But like by the time they get to like the third movie game, he's like literally just berating you. He's like, "Why are you playing this game? You're retarded. I hate you." And that's like the whole thing. It's just him berating you.
Did you know that Bruce Campbell makes a cameo in all three Sam Raimi Spider-Man films? In the first Spider-Man from 2002, Bruce Campbell is the wrestling announcer. When he's like, he's like, "Hey, it's Spider-Man." No, it's the human spider.
No, I wanted to be Man Spider.
He's like, "Nah, kid, Spider-Man's better." Second one, he is the bouncer outside of Mary Jane's play when Spider-Man is late. And
Now in the third movie, I know he was the coach at Sky High, and he dropped that car on that kid.
not quite.
Yeah, no, that's what he was in the third movie, right?
No. Try again. He was the waiter at the French restaurant.
Oh, okay. I was like, I actually really recently watched all the Evil Dead movies, and I started watching Ash vs. the Evil Dead too, and
They're directed by the same guy.
yeah, they're I know like him and Sam Raimi were like they like grew up together like in Michigan, or if not, I know they made like early movies together, but yeah, those movies are really good. I like them a lot. They have really good practical effects. The first one's a lot more serious than the other ones, but they're all pretty funny.
I don't watch horror. I'm not. I just don't get the appeal to it.
I like horror movies, and I can occasionally I like creepypasta. I mean, I don't really as much anymore now that it's kind of like a target of like Sugoi fan Yuri Yaoi art, whatever it's called.
Yahweh.
Not that Yahweh. It's called like Yaoi, and it's like male, like anime gay art. It's weird. No, like I like a lot of scary stuff. I can't handle scary games, and I can't handle haunted houses because it like when I get like an actual input in what happens, it gets too real and it freaks me out. Now, like movies and stuff, I love because I can just be like, "Wow, that character's freaking retarded. They should have just done this." But like when I'm like the one actually like in charge of what's happening, I can't handle it. Travis, you haven't talked a lot. Anything that you've been doing lately?
What's with everyone's problems with CGI?
Sometimes it looks terrible. Did you
Yeah,
see Justice
but-
League for a $300 million movie?
something-
Steppenwolf should have looked better.
Guys, F Batman.
no.
The Titans trailer.
Yeah.
Did you guys see
Yeah.
the Titans trailer?
That was so bad.
Woo! That was awful.
You can already tell that movie's gonna be horrible.
Is it a movie or I thought it was a
No,
show.
it's a miniseries.
It's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be on their new streaming service that no one's going to sign up for.
Oh yeah.
Except for the free
terrible.
trial, and then you're gonna binge all the good stuff, and then you're gonna.
Like poor DC man. Like I'm more of a Marvel guy myself, but I'm starting to feel like pretty bad for DC.
I mean, I enjoyed like the Flash and Arrow series, but that's about all of them that I can really take from them.
I couldn't get into the Arrow. I do like the Flash though. I mean, I like both of them. I just couldn't get into the series and stuff. But
Aquaman looks painfully average.
okay, Shazam looks pretty good except for the flossing part. That's unforgivable.
This is true.
That flossing joke though was outdated the moment they put it in.
This is true.
Yeah,
It was outdated when they filmed it. It was outdated when they wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that one was very.
It's not.
Unless-
that was like popular
unless they
like,
wrote
last
it, like-
year. Yeah, Travis, what have you been up to lately? You haven't talked to too much.
I mean, I've been looking forward to like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and Fallout 76.
Fallout 76 is going to be good. Okay, I don't know that it's going to be good, but I'm very excited for it. I got some pals that we're going to have a team ready when that comes out.
Yeah, I've already got teams set up for when it comes out.
Where are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on Xbox One.
Okay,
It's probably gonna.
I'm playing it with Jonah, another one of the no potential or whatever. Yeah, no potential.
Automatic nerves.
Yeah, he
I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, we didn't really think that through.
The Automated Nerds crew.
Yeah, but he's another one of us. He's a fun guy. But yeah, we're gonna get a 76 crew put together for PC. But I think that'll be fun.
cross-compatible.
If it is cross compatible, I would say we definitely do
Yeah.
something to get because that would be very fun. I would love to play with you. But 76 will be fun. I'm very excited for that. I'm excited for Starfield. That's the other Bethesda game coming out. That's coming out. I think that's next year. That's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out next year, 2019.
Yeah, I have they really said anything about what they're doing with it yet? Like,
Not much.
I don't know if it's like going to be another RPG. I kind of hope it is because I think they really do well with those. But yeah, but I think they could do some fun stuff with it, and I'm really excited for the Elder Scrolls 6.
Yes. Yeah.
That one's going to be very good. I've been playing Skyrim a lot lately because I figured out how to do mods after 6 years. I finally got around to that, but that's been taking up a lot of my time. That hasn't been with school.
I'm not a gamer, so I'm just waiting for the release of Avengers Infinity War on 4K.
Yeah, what did you guys think of Infinity War? Was there any... I mean, I think the general consensus was that movie was very good. Was there anything about the movie that you guys didn't like?
I mean, I liked
Nothing.
it from like the viewing point, but I like if as far as movies go, if I was just viewing it for the first time without
Yes.
seeing anything, it wouldn't have made any sense.
That's-
I think that's fine. If you're going to make a movie that's just pandering to a certain audience,
Yeah.
and just watched all of this, I think that's fine.
Well, and I think that's like even if you watch like all the base Avengers, I think you could understand a little bit, but it'd be a lot like if you've ever read a book and then like went and watched the movie. I know like two movies that had this problem were Dune because it just didn't have the time, and then Ender's Game. Both of those had terrible movies, not because they were badly directed or anything, but just because they didn't go over any of the main details. I know like Ender's Game, I can't remember what it was, but like there was like a plot point that was very important in the book. Like they spent like a good chapter or two on it, and then in the movie they literally like went over it in like a sentence.
Personally, to me, if you went into Infinity War saying, "Oh crap, I haven't seen anything else," that's your problem,
Yes.
not mine. It's been 10 years. You should have caught up by now. I'm sorry, that sounds harsh, but
Well, and I mean, I think that's what-
just what happens.
Yeah,
See, my problem with that is that like that movie, it could have been done in 20 minutes if you wanted to.
Infinity War.
Yeah, I feel like you could have condensed it down a lot. Like there's some
that at all.
there's some small details that like needed to be in there, but you could honestly condense it down to those final battle scenes.
Well, I think you could say that about any movie, though. I mean, you could literally say that about like The Last Jedi, or like
Or
even A New Hope. Just have
Or every
Also,
single
like-
Fast and Furious movie because they don't have any substance.
aren't those just car races?
Actually,
I've never seen
after 5, they get kind of good.
But 1 through 4,
It's a long day.
five,
Without you, my
five is
friend.
five is good. 6 is a step down. 7's good. 8 is also good.
You better have that song playing over you talking about the movies. Just it's a long day. And like Vin Diesel just
That was a touching send off to Paul Walker.
I
actually was like, hey, I feel something there, even though Paul Walker's creepy CGI face makes me sad.
I didn't see, like, I've only seen the meme of that because I just remember seeing like the one where they have like because that was around the time Filthy Frank quit and started just being Joji, and I know that like they had the one where he was like pink guy and he's like as far as like plot wise goes, I think there was like some stuff they could have probably left out. Like I feel like a lot of like the Guardian stuff has been turned into a lot more of like jokes, you know.
If they're a jokey crew. Yeah.
I get that they're like a jokey crew, but I feel like it's like also like the first movie, it had like they definitely joked, and I think that was like mainly what they did, but like at the same time it had like good action, and it also like could take itself seriously. And that's like a lot of comic books. What I want out of like a comic book movie is I want something that can have fun with itself, but it knows when to take itself seriously.
Yeah.
Like
I think the first Ant-Man movie did it pretty good.
Ant-Man did that very good. And I think even the second one did that pretty well. It had a bit of like some stuff like they redid like the scene with Louis. I think that's his name, right? Michael Pena's character. Yeah, like they rehashed that scene. I was kind of like, oh, come on, guys. But I think besides that one, like, it didn't take itself too seriously, so it was able to have fun with it, and it was a good movie because of that.
I personally thought Infinity War was perfect. I would literally change nothing about it. Like,
Honestly,
I'm not saying I would change anything about it. I'm just saying.
I would honestly like. I don't think there's anything you could have done to make it better.
The one major problem I have with it, you know for a fact,
everyone's
it is
Well,
not
yes.
permanent.
Yes.
And that's one of those things.
You know that because of the meta knowledge.
But even that, like when I was sitting in the theater, and spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, which you should have.
Everyone dies.
Did that? Half of them die.
Oh yeah.
But when I'm sitting in the theater and it's Scarlet Witch and she's like heating up the Mind Stone to make it blow up, I'm thinking like Thanos can't win. She blew up the Mind Stone. I completely forgot that he had the Time Stone and could turn back time. I was like, holy crap, he might actually win. And then Thor skewers him. I'm like, nah, he's not gonna win. And then the bastard snaps his fingers.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He wins.
Yeah, I was
like that blew my melon off.
Like after the movie, I definitely was like, okay. I mean, most of these characters will probably come back. It's more like you want to be more worried about the people that did survive because you know a lot of them are like canceling their contracts with Marvel.
In the moment, I felt so much emotion watching like Spider-Man fade away. Like I get that it's a meme now.
But like
I get it's a meme, but watching that for the first time, I'm like, oh god, he's like actually going because like he can feel it as he's going.
Yeah, because he's got the spider sense, so like he knew.
And his death took the longest.
That was that.
Well, because you could feel it at first. It's like.
And he was fighting it. He was fighting it. He wasn't letting it take him.
That part freaking sucked. I was like in the movie theater and I like had like a little tear and I was like, all right, I'm crying over a fictional man spider.
Spider-Man is not fictional.
Knowledge should drop on you all. Captain America, the first Avenger, is actually a historical documentary. That's actually what happened. The government's been lying to us.
I thought you were legit for a second. I was like, shut the frick up.
The government's been lying to us.
I mean, what else?
I mean, has it ever not been?
This is true.
Back when there were like 4 people and they didn't know what government was.
This is democracy.
There was just like some guy and he was like, me ruler now. Me kill all. Me kill for banana.
I say we should get rid of the tea. A jolly good plan.
I don't think Hammer Rabbi that was his first thought.
Nah, dude, Abraham Lincoln, he was a classy guy because his original cut of his Gettysburg Address was, "Hey yo, what's up, my hizzles? Can I get a hey-o?"
So you better cut that out. So help me.
When I say Gettys, you say Berg. Gettysburg.
What's wrong with you? Oh
And then
no, stop it. Stop.
And then-
I hate you.
and then he walks up to the podium and is like, "All right, folks, I'm gonna get serious with y'all here.
Give me freedom, give me liberty, or give me death.
No, that was
Why is it the Wii Sports theme?
It's Abraham Lincoln. It's Abraham Lincoln doing the Fortnite dance with the Wii Sports theme over it, and then it just like it cuts to like the Smash 4 like splash intro, and it's just like Abraham Lincoln, whatever it is, like a stupid catch.
4 years ago.
4 scores his way into Smash.
7 years ago, we weren't at war.
Oh my gosh.
Copyright.
Is that copyrighted? I hope not.
I mean, it's just we and then a little tiny TM in sports, so probably.
Oh well, great job.
Trademark.
It's not like we were gonna make money off it anyways.
Though. Yeah, but it's people. Dear God.
Can we please open every podcast with this?
No, just
A remix with a slide whistle?
You brought up earlier the question, why do people hate CGI so much?
Yeah,
I think it's because we've been so overexposed to it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, like I said, I'm a computer animator. I don't really want to go into CGI. That's not like my thing I want to do. I think that CGI has become like just so bloated, and it's like you got like a lot of old movies like The Thing. If you guys have ever seen that, probably a better, more family-friendly examples like Jurassic Park. But I mean, either of those movies, you got some other ones in there, but I think those are the two main ones.
Yeah, Jurassic Park's a big one.
Yeah, Jurassic Park's probably the main one. I just really like The Thing a lot. But and that one's just solid. There's no CG in that movie.
Oh, do you know a great movie that doesn't have any CGI in it?
I've seen the original.
Infinity War.
Yeah, Josh Brolin just has a gross old purple butt chin. No, but
now that CG is great because of the fact that you can see the emotion on Thanos' face. I was like, I was really impressed by it.
That was really great. Yeah.
I think companies like Disney can get away with CGI because they have the resources for it. But I think a lot of like these like smaller companies like don't realize it's better. Like it makes a movie look more real. Especially because you don't have like that Disney CGI, so you're not gonna have like as much of an impact. Like that's why I was saying Jurassic Park, the reason that movie looks so real is because it was probably like almost every CGI effect. I'm pretty sure even the T-Rex scene with the fence.
With it walking through the fence, that was CGI, but
like they had a full-on T-Rex animatronic that was like
scale. when it was standing still and like moving its head around, that was a puppet.
Yes, and that's what they had like a full-on. And I'm not saying every movie needs to do that. Because I mean that is a lot of money, especially.
But CGI is also a lot of money. So
yes, but the problem is
CGI is usually cheaper than paying for practical effects.
Due to supply and demand, practical effects just aren't as viable anymore. Like honestly, if I was like born like in the 80s, I would way more go into practical effects than CGI. And I think the problem is like they are still a very viable option, but a lot of movie studios don't understand that, and they think that if they just do CGI, they can save the money and they can make a better movie. But I mean, a movie's not just about the script or about like the star power behind it. I think it's also a lot about who you have in the movie.
I just feel like we've been so overexposed to it as a consumer market, and a lot of the times we all grow cynical. I mean, I know I'm a very cynical person, and whenever I see something that happens on screen, I'm always like, oh, that's CGI. That didn't really happen. And it kind of takes me out of the film for a lot of times. But something like a Mission Impossible Fallout, where Tom Cruise is actually on a helicopter, that wasn't CGI. He's actually trying to climb onto the helicopter's like bottom of it, and you can see him struggling because he's like, oh crap, I don't think I can pull off this stunt.
Then he died, and they had to bring in a CGI replacement.
Yes, that's what happened. And he actually did fall off the helicopter. That was actually up in the air, him doing that. He's a crazy SOB. But I'm also like, wow. I'm impressed by that. Like, because it's all happening in camera. It's not, there's no like fake smoke or anything trying to hide it. It's all happening right there. I can see it happen. My palms are sweating in the theater. I'm grasping my Strawberry Crush bottle. Like, holy crap, he is going to fall and die. He was there with me. Isaac was.
Yeah. You should have seen all the Strawberry Crush just basically came out of the bottle. But, it got all 7 people.
Actually?
Yeah, all 7 people in front of us got like soaked with Strawberry Crush.
He's lying.
Oh man, I was hoping that was true.
Yeah, it's not what happened.
It's not. Anyway. It's not a lie. It's just exploiting gullibility.
Okay, sorry for the little intermission there with the Wii Sports theme. Travis has unfortunately left. He had to leave because he is not an adult like me and Skylar.
He's not a big boy. Anyways,
Isaac just now watched the Venom trailer,
so we're gonna talk about that for the next like 10 minutes or so.
and then I think we're gonna wrap it up. Venom trailer. I don't think this movie looks good at all.
I want it to be good, but I would not be surprised if it.
At this point, I don't have any hope, considering the fact that the reports of it are that this is Marvel adjacent. Like, it could be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it could also not be. It's basically the Spider-Man-less Spider-Man universe.
Yeah.
Because apparently
And is a pile of leaves on some other planet.
apparently Sony is like trying to get Venom going, and then they want to do a Silver and Black spin-off, and then they want to do like Morbius the Living Vampire is another thing I heard they wanted to do with Jared Leto in the role. Like, they're trying to build their cinematic universe, but they don't have Spider-Man.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
It's not even that. It's that they have barely any characters.
Also, they have the worst leadership in history.
Do they?
Other than MoviePass, they have the worst leadership ever. Also, Soviet Russia.
They really do have because their animated movies are terrible.
I thought it was meh. I kind of liked how it was like a strong Gollum, Smeagol. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna eat you.
Who's
Only speaking in we.
I love how Venom looks.
Yeah, I think he looks and talks fine. I think that their complaints about
The talking I have an issue with. I can't. There's some points of it where I'm like, what did he say? I can't understand that. And
that's not really my problem. My problem is more of he tries to sound like regal sometimes, and then other times he tries to sound like some punk, and like he'll just say stuff like turd. Like, listen, if you want your character to say turd, that's fine, but not when you have them just like 5 minutes earlier be like, where's it?
I mean, it makes sense that they kind of try to talk about this thing, trying to understand human culture and human speech. Like, well, I'm not saying that is, but maybe. I mean, it's from a different planet, so you know.
Oh yeah.
this movie is going to be soulless, spineless, and have nothing to it, like a turd in the wind.
That turd line, a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not funny for the right reason."
It's not funny at all.
I think the night Mrs. Chang part was way funny.
Yeah, I have a parasite.
That part was. But him just
I'm Tom Hardy. I was Bane.
I have a parasite. It's like AIDS, but it's.
I just like him going, "Night Mrs. Chang," after you just like murdered some dude.
I was very surprised at the lack of like mess after some assumed vor of like a person.
At least Tom Hardy is showing his face, because his last, like, I don't know, 6 roles he was wearing a mask.
Like, I mean, yeah, like even Mad Max, he showed his face, but he had like a chain on it for the first half of the movie.
Yeah, why does Jotaro have his little chain on his collar? It ticks me off.
Because he's edgy.
Yeah, but like it doesn't balance him. It doesn't do anything.
Because he's edgy.
It's a major thing you can just grab and yoink.
He's an emo sad, but you can't grab it with the stand though. So it's wait, no. Actually.
What if he's? Yeah, you can.
Anyways, Venom would be a really awesome stand. I think he would be the best stand because
I kind of feel sorry for Garrett because he won't lower himself to watch, Asian films.
Chinese cartoons.
Because it's anime, and anime's gay.
Well, if you want,
I don't know. There's a couple of very straight characters.
Animes, but I think like
Don't start with JoJo.
no, start with Joe.
No.
JoJo Circus?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That weird Disney show that was in like Bob the Builder style.
Oh, that was bad.
too young for that.
Yeah, no, I never saw that.
I saw that. It was weird.
I remember that.
It was on like when Playhouse Disney was a thing.
I didn't grow up with like kids things. I grew up with Star Wars, Star Trek, and Lord of the Rings.
That's a bad guy from Star Wars.
That was what
Hey
I grew
there.
up with.
You guys seen that old Psychic Pebbles video?
There's a delicious Subway commercial going on behind me, isn't there?
Gosh.
Well,
Can we have?
Well, it's going to be a little hard to concentrate, but I'm going to go ahead and try it.
Can we have like? Was that supposed to be Peter Griffin?
Yeah. There's an ad for Subway where Peter Griffin is like doing an ode to Subway.
What?
I'll show it to you after this episode's
oh my gosh,
done.
you need to watch that. It sounds amazing.
In other news, my Rampage 4K Blu-ray just shipped.
In other words, not in other words, in other news, Family Guy is still alive and festering. Peter, I can't believe we're watching Venom. Peter. I sound like the guy from Chalk Zone. What's it, like the stupid blue guy?
Dude, spoiler alert for Venom. Joe Swanson walks. Hey, Peter, I'm handicapped.
Oh gosh, yeah, he gets infected with the symbiote so he can walk. Hey Peter, I can finally walk now because of the symbiote, and then like freaking Carnage is like.
We are Carnage.
I'm really mad that they're not. Is it confirmed they're not having Carnage in the movie?
It was rumored that Woody Harrelson was going to be Carnage, but now it's not.
There's the
Woody Harrelson. Remember that guy? He was Tobias Beckett. Now he's dead.
I really want them to do Carnage because he's my favorite. Like, he's probably next to like Ultron and Thanos. I think he's my favorite villain, if not one of my favorite characters. But yeah, guys, Joe Swanson rumored to be Carnage in the new Venom movie. Gonna be good stuff.
I never watched that show.
The first couple seasons are okay.
Is Joe Swanson related to Ron Swanson?
No, he's like he's
Joe
voiced.
Swanson's Ron Swanson.
He's voiced by Patrick Warburton, and that's like his only defining character trait. Wouldn't you say, Garrett?
Isn't that Kronk?
Yeah, that's Kronk. That's like Kronk. He was Locke from Tak, if you guys remember those games.
Dude, the video games I played were like iToy on the PS2. Like,
Dude, Tak is a PS2 game.
I know. I said iToy on that's literally the only video game we had.
It's iToy.
It comes with this little camera that you plug into the PS2.
Wait, is that like the thing that's like super zoomed in?
Yeah. And then it's got like this part. It says it zooms in on like your body, and you're supposed to wave your arms for different things. So there's one like washing windows where you move it just to wash the window of the soap.
I was thinking of.
Or there's one with kung fu people. Where there's like people jump off of buildings. You're supposed to like hit them while they're flying, but you're like 30 times bigger than them. So it's basically Attack on Titan. And if you go right up to the camera and you just wiggle like right in front of the lens.
AOT Season 3.
Yeah.
That's coming out. That's actually out now on Verve. Yeah, we're not sponsored by them, but I just
Yes, we are.
And now it's time for an ad break. Mack Weldon are a quality clothing company that makes sweet looking hoods, hoodies, sweatshirts, and pants.
If y'all want
and they're famously antimicrobial,
you get that great value.
which means they eliminate odor, and we're
Is this
actually
an actual company, or are you just being a tool?
no. Mack Weldon's a real company.
Okay, I've never heard of them.
I'm parroting Mr. Sunday Movies.
Oh, okay.
Mack Weldon are a quality clothing brand that make clothes. This episode is sponsored by Mack Weldon Clothing.
This episode was sponsored by the letter Q and Ali A doing that Fortnite dance where he kicks his microphone.
This episode is sponsored by Spotify. It's a video streaming service that
Spadoofy.
it not only streams movies and film, but it also streams video games. You can play them online.
What were we even talking about? I just remember us talking about Joe Swanson being the symbiote.
We finished talking about the Venom trailer.
Oh yeah, and then we were just saying Attack on Titan Season 3's out. Yeah. Me and Isaac we really like that show.
Sorry for that. I thought I had to finish Season 2, but then I realized I already had finished.
Yeah, Season 2 was really short.
Last Man Standing coming back on Fox.
So, we're talking about weeb stuff.
Season 7.
Not weeb.
Yes.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Wii stuff, meaning the Nintendo Wii, which I got 10 years ago.
Yeah, it came out in 2006, right?
I thought it was 2008.
No, it's 2006.
Are you sure? Look that up.
Well, according to
Fact check.
Ada Kukart, I don't want to send notifications.
been
It's going to come out. It says by summer or fall of 2018. From Ada
End of summer,
Kukart.
beginning of fall.
Well,
was that for?
from Ada Kukart says it seems One Punch Man season 2 will be coming out summer or fall 2018. Yada 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 yada. One Punch Man made 2 huge announcements recently. First piece of info came out that was that name who I can't pronounce. Cast as that guy. That guy has a major role.
Every Japan person is just called Weeb.
It's a Hikaru Hidorakura.
Here, fact check. When did the Wii come out?
How about the communist Wii, the Wii Us?
It is for the good of the state, comrade.
No, but I am kind of worried about One Punch Man season
November
2.
19th, 2006.
You were right, 2006. Then I got one 2 years later.
I think it'll peak.
That's about when I got mine.
I got my Wii in like 2012.
I got my Wii in December of 1998 when I was born. I won't lie though, I am kind of worried about One Punch Man season 2. It's been almost like 2 years I think since the first one, and the problem is it's been in like development hell. Like
Does that for a long time. You know, it takes a while for it to come out
have problems like
because they
that.
have to doodle all the pictures and they have to just give the people time.
And I'm also worried because if I'm correct,
Because there's some of those frames that'll just traumatize the person who has to make them.
because it's not animated by Studio Madhouse anymore. Because if I'm correct, that was the original. I mean, I think it'll still be good as long as they follow the comics, which I'm pretty sure they're doing. But
Yeah, I don't read the comics because I can't read Japanese because I can only read Spanish and
can't read.
a little bit of Russian.
I don't speak sushi language.
I can't read anything.
Well, I can't read. You get out of here.
All right, so I guess we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the No Potential Podcast, our pilot episode. If this episode,
Surprisingly.
With a very small number of actual pilots, so
yeah,
Yeah.
none of
can fly.
none of us can fly. We're not Tom Cruise. We didn't train to fly a
This
helicopter.
jet we are in right now is going down at about
Isaac,
what's that
basement.
meter say there? What's it say?
we don't use meter. We use the imperial system. You
Sad.
This episode is brought to you by the metric system. It's better.
Hey guys, I mean, I'm not like some kind of scientist, but it looks like we're about 50 feet from the ground, so I think we gotta cut this podcast short.
Technically, we're like negative feet in the ground.
We don't have an upload schedule for the Stewie, so we don't know when we'll be back.
Yeah,
We'll be back at some point
please
within
put a jet crash sound in
within the next 2 weeks, folks. We'll be back.
We will have, maybe it'll just be a week. I don't know. It'll depend when we have this uploaded. But yeah, anybody that managed to stomach this, thank you for listening.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
This was the No Potential Podcast hosted by Automated Nerds.
Don't forget the productions.
Yeah,
we have to sound
productions.
slightly official.
Good night, everybody.